cold in here. Yeah. You can have two if you want. Questions? That's a good first one. I think he's going to be okay. He banged knees, and he was sore. I think it scared him more than anything else. But I don't think it's anything big. I thought, we were able to get by without really putting him back in. So we're fortunate in that regard. If things got tight there, I could have put him back in. So I think he's going to be okay.
Did Trey coming to the game with a sprained ankle or tweak? You've had any wrapped?
It's been wrapped all year. I don't think that was. I don't think so.
Coach, you want to talk about tonight?
He's coming along. What he did tonight, he can do. I mean, he puts the ball in the basket, and I just think as the year has progressed, he's getting a little more comfortable. He knows where the shots are coming from. One thing you guys have heard me say this about him is he has the ability to score like he did today, but he also has the ability to get others involved and get his teammates shots, and so he has to do. He has the responsibility to do both.
There was a point late in the first half where you guys were trading baskets. You called a timeout, and shortly after that, you guys surged ahead to close the half. Call what you said to the team at that point to change things.
I don't remember, but it probably. I just think we needed to focus a little bit more at the defensive end. And we needed, for the entire game, they did a very good job on the offensive glass. We did a poor job on the defensive boards. The thing that's going into the game you try to take away from them is their second shots and their transition baskets. And early on, I don't think we did a good job with that. Once we kind of locked down on that, everything changed.
Speaking of transition, did you go into the game wanting to push after their misses?
We always do. We always want to get out and push it on change of possessions. I thought we did a pretty good job of it. I feel like there's a stretch there in the first half, maybe more so than the other time we did a pretty good job of it. But yeah, that wasn't necessarily a part of today's game plan. That's constant. That's all the time.
About his ability to score, as you say, what did he need to develop? There was some other parts of the game, but what did he need to work on most? Got a hold of it.
No, I just think it's just a comfort level. I don't necessarily think it was, he has worked on this particular skill. He's been putting in the work. He's been putting in a lot of extra work in the gym, and that's a good thing. That's a positive. But I just think he's a freshman, and everyone wants to come in and set the house on fire. Maybe that's a bad example, but everyone wants to come in, right from day one, blazing, and it's taking him time to settle in, but he's getting comfortable out there with what we're doing. Is that accurate?
It is.
Coach, how important is a big win like this going into a game like Syracuse?
Everyone's a big win. I was very nervous coming into this game, and you guys know my MO. I'm always nervous for every game. But we have media day the other day, and probably 70% of you guys' questions was about Syracuse, nothing about DePaul. Then you ask, hey, are the kids, are the players looking past the next game? Well, if you guys stop talking about it, maybe they'll focus in on the next game. Yesterday we probably had our worst practice of the year, probably by far, and so. I was a little nervous coming into today, but once, as has been our case the whole year, once we settled down at the defensive end and started making things a little more difficult, making it more difficult for them to score, we fell into our rhythm at the offensive end also.
What made it such a rough practice?
Everything. We don't have time. I don't have the effort. I don't have the energy to go to revisit yesterday's practice.
The way your team played in the second half, I guess all but 3 minutes without Otto, did that show you anything about them that you didn't know?
No. And you've heard me say this repeatedly, whether it's relative to Greg not being here, whether it's relative to foul trouble in various games. We have guys that are willing, ready, and able to step up. And when people have been called upon, they've stepped in and filled the void. Now, your next line of questioning, I'm messing with you now. We're not a better team with Otto on the bench than we are, because that's the Greg Whittington line of question. Are you? Yeah, exactly. We don't want Otto on the white team. Okay.
Questions for the players?
Devontae, what did you think of your performance tonight? Big night for you.
I mean, I just made shots. I'm in the gym every day, just putting up shots and repetition. That's pretty much what it was.
Sort of reinforce what Coach said about just feeling more comfortable. As a freshman coming in, how long has it taken you to feel comfortable?
It took me a little while, but like I said, it's just a comfort level, and I'm starting to feel, a lot more comfortable with the system and, with our team in general. We have a lot of young guys, so I think it's like that for everybody.
Nate, from your perspective, just thoughts on this game and just what he was doing for you guys?
Yeah, Devontae, he can score the ball, and he caught fire in both halves, really. And I thought we did a pretty good job of, running stuff for him and getting him the ball. And, he just wasn't missing today.
How was it to be in the sort of the track meet of a game a little bit? You guys haven't been in a lot of games where it's been a lot of trading for buckets.
Yeah, in the beginning of the game, I would say like midway through the first half, we got to the point where we were just trading buckets, and we realized that we needed to defend and rebound. They were getting so many offensive rebounds, and I think that really changed the game when we got a line of stops and a finally boxed out and rebound. We were able to score in transition and get something going.
Did you sense frustration on their part in the second half? Is that something you sense out of another team?
No, I wouldn't say I sense frustration.
As Coach said, we asked you guys a lot of questions the other day about not looking ahead. You sensed that after that, in the beginning of this, that in fact maybe you guys were looking ahead at all to Syracuse?
No, I don't think we were looking ahead at all. I was saying this the other day. We haven't looked at Syracuse. We haven't talked about Syracuse. We were looking at DePaul and focused on DePaul, and we'll take a look at Syracuse tomorrow.
Yeah, just Devontae getting more comfortable, also for Ian, I guess Charlie getting more time, and just as the season goes along, the offense seems to look more comfortable. It seems to be a lot more natural, less thinking and more natural flow. Do you feel that way on the floor?
Yeah, absolutely, and I think Markel played really, really well tonight. He might not have scored the way he's been scoring lately, but you see 7 assists, and there were times where our offense got pretty stagnant, and he got us into stuff. I thought he was great, and Jabril obviously was really good attacking the rim in both halves.
Any other questions? Thank you.